Hey guys, I'm Denise.
And I'm Lindsay, and we're Born This Gay.
Guys, welcome. So today is a special day. It's the day before Valentine's Day, so we're going to do a little bit of a special episode. This is our channel, Born This Gay. We create LGBT content for everybody. So come to our space. Welcome.
Oh, yeah. We're here to create a safe space for everybody, guys. We're going to share stories with y'all. We want you to share stories with us. We're just here for everybody, guys.
Yeah. So today we're going to be sharing our Valentine's Day experiences, the good ones, the bad ones.
Yes, and we do realize that this video is being posted after Valentine's Day.
But we're new at podcasting.
We are very new at this. We realized yesterday that we should have recorded this episode a week ago.
Yeah.
So baby steps.
Okay, guys, we're learning.
Learning curve. Don't worry, we'll have it down by Pride. We got you guys.
Maybe. No promises. She promises things. No,
I like to promise. It's gonna happen. It's like setting goals.
True, I'm down to set goals. But yeah,
we have to have it down by Pride. There's no excuse.
So.
There's no excuse for us missing Pride. I know.
It's 4 months away.
Yes, and you'll be busy with honeymoon stuff.
Yeah, true.
However, I feel like we owe it to to our viewers and to the LGBTQ community.
Yeah, Pride. I hope to have a decent episode for. We got to figure out what we're gonna do. If you want to give us suggestions, what we could do for Pride Month.
Yeah, for sure. Otherwise, we'll usually whip up something.
Yeah. So I guess start with an update as always.
As always.
Bro. So that meal prep. Have you done a meal prep week yet?
I have not. I think what's really stopping me is just grocery shopping. I don't know why I'm so worked up about grocery shopping. I have decided that this week though I'm going to do a juice cleanse.
Okay.
That will help me because just kind of get over the addiction to like sugar or carbs, just like the want of it. So if I do a 3-day juice cleanse, that will kind of wipe my system clean from all of that. Okay. Just like I'm thinking more of a detox juice cleanse too. So I'm going to be buying a whole bunch of beets, asparagus, lemon, ginger, turmeric, like stuff. Yeah.
Stuff I'd never buy. Wow.
Yeah. No, I would never eat this stuff like raw, but I've done juice cleanses before that have had these ingredients in it. And it has done wonders for it. So I'll do the 3-day juice cleanse and then that'll jumpstart. So then the day after my juice cleanse, I will officially start a diet.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm going to start that day after Valentine's Day.
What kind of diet are we talking? Are we doing like
I'm
low
doing
carb or?
Low to no carb.
Okay.
Low to no.
Keto?
Yeah,
so?
almost.
Keto? Yeah.
Almost,
okay.
Yeah. And then no sugar. And I'm just going to try to, just for like liquid intake, I mean, I can't, as much as I would really, need to or even like to, I can't cut out the alcohol. I
understand that.
I love the party, the social drinking too much.
Oh yeah.
So everything else, I'm just going to drink water though. Other than that, I will not take calories in like through liquids anymore.
Okay, so no soda,
no
juice,
sodas, no juice, no nothing like that.
Okay.
Other and like juice if I'm mixing it with alcohol.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So there's a cheat to it. This is Lindsay logic, by the way. It doesn't make sense. I understand that, but this is Lindsay logic.
I understand Lindsay logic. That was very much my logic. Not so long ago. Yeah. No, I cut out. There was a moment in my life where I was drinking only Dr. Pepper every day. Like water was not a thing like in my life ever. Like throughout high school,
like my girlfriend.
Yeah. And just literally soda, and then I forgot what happened. Oh, it wasn't my fault, actually. I got in a relationship and she became allergic to caffeine, right? So it would, there would be bad side effects, like in her, like her body would hurt, right? So, like I didn't know caffeine could do that, guys.
Yeah, I've heard of people with caffeine allergies and it's not fun.
So we just stopped buying anything caffeinated, no soda, no nothing.
Right.
And then I started seeing the pounds drop.
Just fall off. It's crazy.
Wow.
You don't realize how many calories you take in just by what you drink.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just switched to water, and from then on, I think that's mostly, I'm with Lindsay too, unless it's alcohol.
Yeah. And even though those calories and, those sugars and carbs are like twice as much in the alcohol as they are in just regular like soda or juice, but I can't cut it out.
If it helps, and if you want to do this together, I'm down because I can't get Sam to watch anything with me. But the thing that would help me a lot is just using TV as my my reminder, my education system. So I would watch those vegan or food documentaries or all those things that, you know, kind of just put not the ones that like show the horrible animals or anything like that, but
right.
But the ones that are just like, hey,
what's that one that came out a couple years ago that freaked me out? It made me go vegan, actually.
Oh, is that what caused it?
Yeah.
Don't tell me it was rotten.
No, it wasn't rotten. It was something on Netflix. I'll have to think about it and get back to you on that. What the Health?
What the Health? Okay, I watched that one.
Yeah, I went vegan after that for like a solid year. Yeah. Freaked me out, man. Freaked me. The way they blow up the chickens.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, right.
So I don't get freaked out by those. I'll still eat meat. But it actually puts it in my mind, okay, this is what I'm eating. This is what it does to me. This is, you know.
This is what I'm actually putting in my body.
And one of my favorite quotes ever was when someone in one of those documentaries was like, it's crazy how comfortable we've become with ingesting a chemistry set. Like, you know, we won't eat an apple, but you'll eat something that was created in a lab that, you know, spits out this little apple flavored candy, right? Instead of eating the actual nature's candy, right? Which is crazy. Same thing with soda. Yeah. We won't juice our own orange juice and get
of course not. The actual nutrients from it. We'll buy a synthetic orange juice that is like
in a chemistry
not
set,
not any kind of orange in that juice at all. So I actually saw this post the other day. I don't remember where I saw it, but it was like, when like drinking 8 cups of water a day seems impossible, but I'll drink like 5 beers and 6 shots in 2 hours and not have a problem with it. You know?
Like, yes, true.
Like when you put things into perspective like that.
Right.
So I'm like, oh, maybe I should stick more to the water.
Okay, so baby steps. What's the next baby step to get you on your meal prep? Since we're kind of
baby step.
Baby step.
I think baby steps would be cutting out. See, I've never been a big soda drinker up until recently. Okay. And like, I don't know why, but I've been drinking quite a bit of soda. So I think number 1 would just be to cut down to just water.
Okay. All right, guys. So in a week, we'll see if she's ingested other than your juice cleanse.
Other than my juice cleanse.
She's ingested anything other than water.
And even actually, I'm actually kind of proud of this. For the juice cleanse, I'm going to do the 3 days without alcohol.
Okay.
Yeah. So that means like that sounds like I have a problem. I don't have a problem. But for some reason, a planned 3 days without alcohol, like I just, have a beer with dinner kind of deals. And I can't do that. Or I'm not even going to have dinner. I'm going to have juice. Yeah.
It's okay. It's 72 hours.
I'll be fine.
Baby, I'll be good. So you can reward yourself with a nice, beautiful, tall beer.
Yeah, I'll have like chicken and rice and a tall beer or something for my first meal. After
you're at the age. I mean, people are gonna look down at me probably for saying this, but to me, this is the age where you intake as much alcohol as you will the rest of your life. Like, unfortunately, but I did it. There was a time, and I actually asked Sam, because Sam's 25, so she's at that age where she's still taking in the alcohol. Still drinking every day and everything like that. And I asked her, and it wasn't supposed to be a dig, but she looked at me sideways for it, and I was like, "When was the last time you went a day without having a beer?" And she looked at me. She was like, "What are you trying to say?" And I'm like, No.
It was just an honest question. Like, I'm curious.
Because I recognize that in me.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yes, very much too. Where there was a time where I couldn't tell you the last time I didn't have
an alcoholic
something.
Drink.
Also, guys, we're happy to report that we're back at the gym.
Whoop, whoop.
Good, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. It's been a solid 2 weeks, maybe even a couple days over.
Yeah.
But we are back.
Yeah.
We are back.
My goodness, I missed you. I felt like a sloth. I felt
it was rough.
So,
It was rough. But I'd say my arms are pretty sore today.
Yeah, my back is
rough.
I feel it. So that's good. So I'll get that mile time back up, guys. I'm still working on that.
Yesterday was definitely an easy day. We did stay on the treadmill. Like, if you include our warm-up time, I don't know if you noticed, we warmed up for longer because we were talking. Yeah. We were on there for about 7.5, 8 minutes, and then we did full 33 minutes.
Yeah, we were on the treadmill for, I would say, a pretty decent amount of time this time. So
about 40 minutes. Yeah. So good. Even just walking, like,
we're still beating a lot of our. I make sure that we keep records as far as like little things to beat. So yeah, if we just either stay on the treadmill longer if we're being lazy, or if we
beat distance, or if we beat time. That's what I love working out with her, because she sets these little goals versus just one big goal that seems just impossible to reach. Like, you just have these little victories along the way.
Little tiny baby steps, some big baby
it's
steps.
Good. It's good.
So and then same thing with the push-ups, guys. I'm getting there. I'm proud to report I was really happy that even going back to the gym after 2 weeks off, I'm still able to do, around with 25 push-ups. So
nice. There wasn't any kind of fluctuation.
Yeah, no. I mean, I was getting up to like my 30s, like before, where I was able to do, 30 something push-ups, at once. But yeah, at least this time getting back to the gym, I was able to still do 25. So
right.
That was good.
Yeah, I was a little nervous about my my plank time. I was doing 30 seconds for a while, 2 sets of 30 seconds. And then I bumped it up to 40 right before we stopped. And then so we were at the gym yesterday and I was looking at my timer and I was like, maybe I'll do like, just 35. Like I'll split the difference. And I was like, no, what's 5 seconds? Like I'll just do the full 40.
Fuck yeah. Look at you.
Yeah.
Get you some.
So I didn't think I could do it, but I did. I did the 2 sets of 40 seconds.
Good shit, bro.
Yeah, it felt good. It felt good.
No. So we're gonna get in shape, guys. Give us time.
We're working on it.
Little bit. We've had, these little obstacles, but we're still going through it. And then all right, so the next thing would be the school. So how's the job search currently?
I think, I don't know, I might just have to, for the time being, just so I can get some money under my belt, I might have to take my old job back.
Why the old job, though? Why not train on something new? Something you want?
I feel like it would just be quicker. Like,
well, yeah, but...
That's what I'm saying, like quick money. Like, so start that job for sure.
If you want quick money, you could DoorDash today.
That is true.
You can literally...
My car is not the best to be driving around leisurely like that. Just putting extra miles on it.
Even Issa's car?
Issa's car's registration is out. We're struggle bussing.
Oh, you're struggle bussing.
Currently, yes. We're working on it, yeah. So I suppose I can't say I'll go out tomorrow. Tomorrow's Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
But maybe I'll go out Tuesday. I'll stop by the Specs.
Like I said, bro, if you, because I'm looking for a fun spare time part-time job too. So if you do something and you're down to do it, especially Thursday, Friday, Saturday night, I'll be there with you if you want.
Sure, let's get a gym job.
Yeah, gym job. I'm down. I'm down.
Let's go work at a gym.
I'm down. Yeah, I would love that because I'm just looking for something fun, and I wouldn't mind learning a new skill or getting into some small field.
Right.
Shit, I mean.
Nice.
Anyway, learning,
cool.
Yeah, being around it. So
cool.
We're gonna get her a job, guys.
Get her
a job.
Yeah.
The labor market's like right now.
Actually, it's nothing other than lack of effort on my side. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's literally it.
So what's the next baby step? Next baby step
would probably be to put in an application somewhere.
Okay. So have you? I guess the next baby step actually would be deciding where that somewhere is. So it's what are the next 2 places?
Next 2 places would be the ones that I was taking with the gym or the liquor store.
All right. So yeah, that's your next 2 baby steps.
And those are
2 applications.
Those stores are very close to each other. So that's a
that's
a 30-minute trip.
There.
Yeah, it's a 30-minute,
less
than 30-minute trip. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, do it. Yeah, and let me know if either way if you get hired at either one of them, and I can, because it would be beneficial if I had a job over here too, because that's where my gym is. That's where the studio is.
That's where the studio is. Right.
I mean, we can work on it. I got you. I
figured it out.
We can we're gonna get her productive, guys. So yeah, like we were saying, today is our Valentine's Day episode. I wore my red bill hat and a little red t-shirt, and we have a little,
I got maroon.
So we tried to dress for the occasion. I understand the time y'all will see this, it'll be a couple days after
Valentine's Day.
But yeah, today is my Valentine's Day, technically with Sam, because tomorrow I'm working all day, unfortunately. But yeah, so Valentine's Day, I guess it would have started. I mean, obviously, Valentine's Day started for everybody in like elementary school, where you did the cards.
Oh man, I missed those.
You did? You mean like the little boxes and everything?
What? I took so much pride in decorating my box.
Oh,
yeah.
See, I took pride in the cards that I gave out. I always wanted like the comic book cards or something.
Oh yeah, I had to buy the boy cards and then the girl cards.
Oh, so nice. Cute.
So I brought like princess or something cards for the girls, and then I would buy like superheroes
with the little candy or something that went through.
Yeah, and I would sign my name on all of them.
Yes.
I was even the person who individually made cards for people.
No way.
Yeah, so I went through and I had a list of people from my class that I had wrote up previously that day. I would sit in class and I would like, okay, there's John, there's Cindy, I would go through and write down everyone's names, and I would just write them on each
That's really
card.
cute.
Yeah.
That's really cute. Look at you.
Yeah.
That was back when the classes were like 12 kids.
I had 20 kids in my class. I grew up in a really big district.
Okay.
So, we always had really big classes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. So that was, elementary. And then I think junior high school is where you start getting to where you're actually buying things for crushes.
It almost seems more of like almost less exciting and more of a chore. Like, you have to get something like an expectation. Like, you have to get something better than what other people are going to get for their crushes. And what if someone else gives, well, at the time it was him. What if someone else gives him the same thing or something else? Yeah.
True. Yeah, unfortunately, it sucks that it's a competition because everyone's broke. No one there has a job, especially in middle school or freshman.
No one can drive to get the president in the first place.
Like, I'm at this point. I'm now looking back. I'm like, how did he do that? Was his mom did he recruit his mom to like take?
I've often thought that like the moms have bought the gifts and they're just like, here, give this to your girlfriend.
Oh, yeah, cute. I might be a mom like
that. I can't deny I'm gonna be a mom like that. Yeah.
It's Valentine's Day. Do you want to give anyone anything?
Yeah, let's go. You want the big stuffed animal?
One thing I did give was teachers. Like, for some reason, my mom made it a point to make sure that all my teachers got a Valentine's Day.
Really? I like that, actually.
Yeah, so I got, like, some type of mug or some type of, like, she would actually make me get the little heart candy boxes or whatever. We're a big chocolate family.
Oh, man. Those heart chocolate boxes. Huh. I buy them for myself. Like, that's how much I like them.
Yeah, so yesterday, actually, I started... I got Sam, because, speaking of the competition thing, I will give you a little, all of you ladies out there that are dating like semi-femme ladies, or just ladies in general. I don't care what she says. I don't care if she's not into Valentine's Day. I don't care. If she doesn't like flowers, it doesn't matter. I promise you. She wants that feeling of other girls looking at her, getting whatever you send her. Yep. You can send her chocolates. You can send her cookies. Yeah, anything. You can send her edible arrangements. You can, I mean, anything. Just anything that you send where she gets it with the balloons are cheap, right? Pay your friend $10 to just deliver balloons. Like, just... It's good. Yeah, getting someone walking into work.
I promise they care. They do.
Walking into work and where they have their coworkers and getting that feeling of their coworkers being, jealous or whatever, salty. Aww. Yeah, every girl loves that feeling. Yeah. So I make it a point. Sam's not working on Valentine's Day. She'll actually be home all day. So I was like, all right, tomorrow or yesterday, I was like, I gotta DoorDash some flowers, which you can do now.
Really?
You know that.
I did not.
That's so much better than all the other places where you have to like set up the flowers like 2 or 3 days before, a week before or whatever. Right.
And like schedule a delivery time.
And all of that stuff. Like the delivery fee was always like $20 or $30 extra, especially if you did it on Valentine's Day.
Right, of course. Right? Of course.
DoorDash, because I have that Dash Pass, which is really nice.
Yes, right? And I spend way too much money on DoorDash.
So much, yeah. But yeah, no, I was able to get her flowers and a box of chocolates in 30 minutes.
That's amazing. So she got that at work?
So, yes, she got it at work. She had a dozen roses at work.
Denise, I need to take some notes. Like some of the date ideas that she says and like all the stuff that she gets for Sam, I'm like,
I'm a romantic. A hopeless romantic. But yeah. So I sent her that, so that's good. I forgot where we were. But yeah, the competition and the chocolates, and everyone loves chocolates, so got the assorted chocolates.
I feel like it was super bad once we got to high school with that.
Oh man! So did you ever get Valentines from people that you didn't want a Valentines from?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm assuming guys. Yeah. One of them was even like my best guy friend at the time. Yeah, and like it was funny because we had tried dating in middle school, and it wasn't it. So then in high school he asked me to homecoming, and then that kind of like hiccuped around, and then come Valentine's Day, he came to school with a big teddy, like I'm not gonna say like a giant, but like a pretty big teddy bear, holding a box of chocolates and some flowers. Oh. And I didn't have the heart to turn him down in front of the whole class.
Of course not.
No, I was like, that took balls. Yeah, like, that really did. So I will take this teddy bear and this box of chocolates and the flowers, and we can go to a movie, I guess.
The movie maybe. But yeah. No, see, I always have a conflicting issue when it comes to us being too polite versus us, recognizing the effort and being like, because I can understand both sides. I can like...
Well, I was like, I can't accept the box of chocolates and not go on the date.
True.
Like, I really wanted those. They were like, he knew, like we've been friends for years. So like he knew what kind of chocolates I liked. And that was it. Like those were the chocolates.
You gave him a shot.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I must have broke his heart in two because like after the date, I told him I was like, I'm not really feeling it. Don't want to be with you. he told me, he was like, that's fine. I actually I just found out I'm moving. That was freshman year. Senior year, I happened to have the same English class with him. And he was like, oh yeah, I never moved. He was so upset that I didn't want to be with him that he switched classes and transferred to like the other side of the school. Like he switched all of his classes away from me.
Wow.
And I didn't see him for 3 years. I thought this dude moved.
Damn.
Yeah, so I think first heart I've ever broken.
Yeah,
For sure, yeah.
For sure,
I
bro.
felt so bad for him.
Oh,
but at the same time, I was
no, that's not your problem.
Yeah.
You don't, if you're not feeling something, you're not feeling
the
something.
fact that he was like, I have to move though. And then 3 years later, he's like, yeah, I didn't move.
So can you, now that you chase women, can you maybe empathize with him more? Or
oh, for sure. That like, I can't imagine. I know I hurt him. Like I know I bruised his ego so bad. So bad. Yeah.
So good. Yeah. It's okay. Those are lessons he needed to learn.
Yeah, and then I think throughout the rest of high school, I really didn't try to date anybody. Okay. I was so focused on school and basketball that Valentine's Day would come and pass. I will say Valentine's Day one year, I had a senior best friend when I was in a younger year, and she was my Valentine. So that was the first, I would say that was the first girl that I was so close to that I legit did not have a crush on. So she got me a huge stuffed animal, like bigger than me, and I'm 5'10". Like this stuffed animal is huge. Like huge stuffed animal and some chocolates. And I was like, it was purely just a friendship. Like I never thought anything more of it. So that was the only like major Valentine in high school for me, was just a friend.
Yeah, no, I mean, I would get guys who would give me things, and there were a couple, it's gonna sound weird, but there were a couple Valentine's Days where I did have a boyfriend, so I definitely we would do something small or stupid. I think movies were a thing. Yeah. Back then.
The high school movie date was
that's the only thing you can do. So
that's true.
So yeah, I did receive a couple of gifts. A couple of admirers, usually admirers I didn't want. It's always when you're a girl, it's always you always get the attention of the guys you don't want.
Right?
Yeah. So, and then there was in high school, there was one guy that I want to say 3 out of my 4 years in high school got me something, and I can't even tell you what his name is. I never had a class with him. I never had, he just, I guess, saw me from afar and got a crush. So every year, it was like 2 or 3 years where I got a big Hershey's Kiss, huge.
Oh, wow.
Right?
Yeah.
And so I would just be like, thank you. And he would always send a friend to deliver it, right? So I never interacted with him. Right. I just knew.
That's a cute high school crush, though.
True. A little annoying for me because you always feel expected as a woman. You always feel like you should, do something about it, say thank you, say, something. Of course. But at the same time, it wasn't something I was into at all, especially not the last couple of years. And then the last couple of years of high school, I was in the closet with my girlfriend. So those were definite Valentine's Day gifts were exchanged, but they were always in secret.
Oh, of course.
No one could know, and they were always something cheesy. But I learned a couple things from that. The cheesy Valentine's Day guys and gals are, as much as it's cringeworthy, it's actually kind of cute and necessary, and a lot of people like it, is what I've learned in the end. So I've gotten some mixed CDs from some exes, right? Mm-hmm. And now because I've gotten some mixed CDs from exes, I provide Sam a mixed CD every year. Nice. Right? Just going over the songs that we listened to throughout that year. But so Valentine's Day was okay, but then after high school, then became the single years of Valentine's Day. Yeah, where you're alone.
See, it's funny you say that. I've always been single on Valentine's Day. Like I've never been in a relationship except for the one that I'm currently in right now. She'll be my first Valentine, like actual Valentine relationship. Oh, so cute. I bought myself all the chocolates. Like I would go on the days where it was like buy one get one free box of chocolates, and I would buy like 6. Yes. Yes. So and then I would just sit in my bed all alone on Valentine's Day. I usually watch what's that one, is it called Valentine's Day, the movie with all the different celebrities in
with
it?
With the Taylor
Yes, and then the Lautner and I would always watch that one with my box of chocolates, and I would just
No way.
Yeah, I had a little pity party on Valentine's Day.
Love it. Yeah. And these were after like breakups, right? Usually, like recently.
Well, like, say recently, yeah, because my first girlfriend I was with. Oh, and he makes his once an episode appearance. Okay, it's super cute. But let's see, my ex-girlfriend I was with, we were off and on 3 years, and we just always happened to be off for Valentine's Day. So I would spend it very sad, upset, watching different love stories with my box of chocolates.
Singles Awareness Day for you.
For sure. For sure. I think that was even my screensaver at one point in
Singles
time.
Awareness Day?
For Valentine's Day.
I like it.
Yeah, super pretty party. And then I, after that, I actually was talking to a girl. We weren't even dating. I was just talking to her. And she surprised me on Valentine's Day. But what's funny is I wasn't expecting her. So my mom was going to be my Valentine. My mom came over because I was feeling kind of down, kind of alone. So she came over with some chocolates and some flowers. And then she pulls up at the same time as this girl I'm talking to pulls up. So then it was just like, oh, hey, here's so-and-so. Hey, here's my mom. Y'all get to meet. That's kind of uncomfortable. But yeah. Other than that, it's been single Valentines for me.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That was okay, guys. I mean, yeah, Singles Awareness Day. I went through some of those. They are a little hard. I think the leading up to it is always harder because then you're in the store. And it's funny because as someone who's been in a relationship now for long term, now I don't notice the Valentine's Day decorations. It's kind of sad. But I don't notice them. Yeah,
I do. I notice when the stores turn from just like a beige color and then everything's pink and red all of a sudden.
Yeah. I guess I mentally block it out. I'm like, oh no, don't come Valentine's Day. I'm not prepared. I haven't done anything.
It's already been a year.
Oh yeah, it is after Christmas. Damn it.
New Year's already passed. That's right.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
So but no. So yeah, when you're single, you definitely notice the pink and you see all the decorations, and then it seems like everything on TV is circled around Valentine's Day.
Of course.
All the movie trailers coming out are romantic comedies, and
I can't stand romantic comedies.
Funny,
I'm not a rom-com fan at all.
Rom-coms. Oh my god.
That much come in handy with you being like a lesbian and all, because just all femmes love.
You would think that, but actually no. A lot of so Sam is more into action and sci-fi. Those are her things: action, sci-fi, fantasy type things. So anything, or soldier movies, with the military. So she's basically a guy when it comes to any type of movie genre. So she typically doesn't do rom-coms. We don't do the scary movies. We don't do. She's semi okay. Okay, she tells me she likes documentaries. It's true.
To an extent.
But there's only one genre of documentary she likes, and that's animals and nature and like storms and like anything to do with like the outside, outdoors. Okay, fine, but
any other documentary, not even like true crime documentaries.
No history.
Really?
No. True crime is me. I'm the true crime girl.
Oh man, yeah, that's one thing I've been introduced to through.
I love true crime because then I'm just like, how did someone?
How are you actually a person? How did you actually do that?
Yeah. And then she chopped him up, into little pieces, and I'm just like,
and then what blows my mind is like listening to this is like I realize I've become desensitized to all of this,
to all those
because you just hear just all these like awful terms or all these things that get done to people, and I'm just like. Like, oh wow, that's crazy. And I'm like,
does Issa get like? Does she relax that way? Is that her way of relaxing?
She's like chilling in the bath, like a nice bubble bath to wind down from work, and then I just hear just these horrible crimes coming from the bathroom, and I'm like, babe, are you okay? No. And she's like, yeah, I'm great. I've caught her laying in bed with headphones and watching a true crime documentary.
Yep.
Nodding off. I'm like, what kind of dreams are you going to have with that just feeding into your brain all night?
True. Yeah, we have a mutual friend who told me that one of her friends used to listen to true crime while she was jogging, which I don't understand because I have to listen to like music and stuff, but she did it on purpose. She would listen to it as the sun was going down. Right? So that way she was at the end of her run and she had to go back. She ran, she had no problem.
I could see that. Hell yeah. I would be sprinting home if I was listening to something. Especially if I was listening to something like someone getting, stalked through the woods or something like that.
I'd be like,
out of there.
I'm gone. Yeah. So.
I would be huffing and puffing by the time I got home, but best workout ever.
So yeah. So as far as my single years, when I did my single thing, way back when.
Way back when. You see, you make me feel like I say you're old a lot, but I think you call yourself old more than anyone.
I do feel older. It's funny because when I get typically I don't feel like I'm old at all. Like in the spectrum of things, if we were to zoom out, guys,
and you're not old.
I am. I'm very young. I'm still in my 30s. Yeah. Very much at the very infancy of my life.
Right.
We're still growing, right? Yeah. And everything. But when I get around, and I'm usually around younger people, when I get around younger people is when I realize, oh yeah, my time's a little bit different than, there's a little bit of a generational gap. And then I realize how old I am because there's things that, I don't do anymore. Very much so, which I didn't think I was ever going to grow out of, guys. I didn't think I was going to grow out of the drinking.
I was like, what? The drinking? Like, well, I can't say you've necessarily grown out of it.
I don't drink every day, though.
Well, okay.
The only time I drink every day is if Sam wants me to have a beer. And even that's kind of a chore. I'm like, okay. I'll do it. But I'm just probably going to be sipping on this one beer
the whole time. Right.
Yeah. But no, obviously when we're out and about.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't notice no difference.
Oh, no.
Nothing
I got to be
all.
me. I got to be me, guys. I got to be me. But
no one else I'd ask you to be.
Yeah, but no, I can't. I don't drink as often, and now I'm more focused instead of drinking and enjoying the alcohol as far as my social life. I'm trying to pivot now, more doing like physical activities for my social life. So I really enjoyed the rock climbing.
Right.
I love the gym. Mm-hmm. Like, so that's so those are the things that make me notice it. And then but I forgot where but back when I was single, tangent. I'm sorry guys, it's Tangent City today.
I feel like that's every episode though.
That's true.
We should just call it ourselves the Tangent Show.
Yeah, the talk about whatever, guys. Single days, I was a horrible mess. I was definitely those were my hoe days, I would say. My go out and experiment. I would try to line up this week with, a couple dates. Typically, that was when Tinder was a thing. And then typically on Valentine's Day, if I didn't have a date, I would just ignore. I would just either work or I would
it was just a regular day.
It would just be a regular day for me. Man, I was bad. And then unfortunately, guys, I will say, if you're trying to do multiple dates, don't learn from this mistake right here. I couldn't afford having multiple dates.
I was gonna say
that's expensive.
Denise, man, like
that was expensive because you have to. Not only do you have to do the date, and typically, I'd like to be the one to pay. Right. Although don't get me wrong, femmes, if you're paying, it's nice.
It is. It's very.
We're
it's
both
greatly
women. We like getting.
Yes.
We like getting treated just as much as any woman does.
Right.
And doesn't go away with but your femme, but. Typically I would be the one to offer to pay because I'm the one who's extending the date invite, right?
See, I always take the rule as if I invite you out or if I ask you out, I will pay. If you ask me out, then you might pay.
You might pay.
You asked me out. It was your idea.
Funny. So I understand that. I like that rule too. Who's, if I'm the one asking, I'm the one that's gonna offer to pay.
Right.
So you got that, and then it's not just the date you're paying for, but you're usually having to think also about food, right? So these are all expenses you don't think about when you're making those stupid plans because you're young, you're single, and you just don't want to be alone on Valentine's Day.
You just want something to do.
You just want something to do and someone to hang out with. Ooh, things you learn.
Yeah. It's okay. We all go through them.
Oh yeah.
We all go through them.
Very much so. So now, that's single. I know this year you have someone, bro. So what are your plans?
Yeah. So this year, unfortunately, we are struggle busting it a little bit. And then, I don't know if anyone out there has been, when you're living with someone, it is so hard to get them something like a surprise.
Sure.
So I have to find time where I'm going to go to the store where she's not home, or I have to go when she's at work, or if I want to go when she's home, be like, well, can I come with? Or what are you going to get? And I'm just like, shh, don't ask. So I don't have a whole lot to work with this year, but I actually found a recipe for, they're called deviled strawberries.
Beautiful. Okay.
Yeah, so she really likes the chocolate covered strawberries. So this one is kind of like you cut them in half and you scoop out the middle, and then you kind of make kind of like a mousse-like filling. And you
Okay.
line them with it and then you chill them.
So you're going to do some cooking.
Yes, I'm going to cook.
Hey, good.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel it doesn't matter if you guys at home. So these are nice, beautiful advice for you that she's given you. It doesn't matter if you have money
something
or not.
simple.
Yeah,
like
effort.
I'm going to go to the store and I'm going to buy some strawberries, a block of cream cheese, and some chocolate. And then that's pretty much it. Like, that's all that's going to be needed. Less than $20, and I know it'll make her day. So.
Yeah. Effort.
Yeah.
One of the things that I learned, it's nice having the best friend that I have, I will say. Jazzy, if you're watching, I love you. But I've seen her go through the trial and tribulations of all her love interests, right? So when I see the complaints and I see how they fuck up and how they do really well. And one thing that resonated with me is she had this one boyfriend who was just flat broke. Poor guy. But he was young. He was like 16, 17 years old, had a job, right? Moved out early. Moved out with his, uncle or something like that. So was paying rent, before he's even an adult and things like that. And but he just never had any. Back then we were making like $6.25 an hour. So he just never had any money. Ever. Right. So she paid for anything that they did, anytime that they went out, anything. So, but back then I used to call him a scrub type thing. I was mean when I was 18 years old.
Oh, wow.
18, 19. But yeah, the reason that she kept him so much is because his effort. Yeah. Like he didn't have a car. That was also a big thing. Anytime we needed him to go anywhere, she had to go pick him up. Right. But he would walk everywhere. He would walk to work. He would walk to school. He would walk. Effort. He used his legs. And on his walks, he would take pictures of flowers that used to remind him of her and then text it to her. And that was such a big thing. And I'm like, it's free. He doesn't really take up that much time to do it, right? It's on his way. Right. He's showing her that he's thinking of her. Of course. B, he's taking out the little time to actually put his phone and text her. I mean, those are just little things that you can do that just, for some reason, you just made her panties drop. Like,
hey, one of my favorite things to say is actions speak louder than words. You can tell me whatever you want to tell me, but unless your actions line up with it, I'm never gonna believe you. True. So and he didn't even have to say it. He was just showing her. I think that's really cool. Yeah. Good on him. Honestly, yeah. Yeah, I will say he was very romantic. So these are things that I would learn young, because these are obviously young before. Training, guys, you learn your things. So those are good. So you're planning on doing that. So is that the only thing tomorrow as far as the plan goes? Are you gonna clean the apartment? I have this week I did all the laundry for her. Yeah, I did. I bought her some flowers and officially asked her to be my Valentine. Oh, yeah. So that was the whole thing. Yeah. So I asked. I wasn't just gonna assume that I was gonna be her Valentine or she was gonna be mine. So I asked. And then my mom I was planning on sending me and my sister some chocolates in the mail for Valentine's Day. And then it jumped back up to 80 degrees this week. So she was like, I can't do that. The chocolate would melt. So she's like, I'm just going to drop a little bit of money in all of y'all's checking accounts to go do a Valentine's Day lunch on me. So I'm going to use that money and go take her on a little, it's not going to be much. She'll probably, a little Applebee's date or a little Chili's or maybe ice cream or something like that.
Like Applebee's or whatever that song is.
Whatever that song is.
Love it. No, fuck it, guys. Again, it's effort. Because me and Sam have been on struggle bus numerous times, and one of the things that we tend to go all out for is Christmas. So around January, February, service industry hits everywhere. If you're in the service industry, you know what I'm talking about. But from it seems like the day after Christmas all the way until Valentine's Day, there's no one goes out. And then you're kind of overstaffed because you're staffed for the holidays. So that's when you're working very little hours, and then the hours you're working there, it's no one's there.
You're not making any money.
So this is our slow time in the service industry. So there would be times where we just didn't have any money, or we were paying back all the money that we spent during Christmas. Right. Well, there was one year where I had nothing. I couldn't do anything. I think I had $20 in the bank. So I went to Home Depot and bought $20 lights, right? Which not the best choice now that I think about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just needed lights. I ended up from your bestie. I ended up borrowing some rope lights as well. Yeah. And then Sam introduced me to camping, so I'm very grateful. But I really love to camp now, and we really love to camp. And this was when we were high in our camping phase.
Yeah.
Right. So, but we couldn't go camping for Valentine's Day. We were broke. We couldn't, take the time off work. So she was at work all day. I don't think I was working as much. I'm not sure. It doesn't matter though. So we have a nice balcony. I filled the balcony with, a nice tarp and everything, so we're not on the ground. And then I just set up our tent on the balcony, filled it up with pillows and everything, and then put a tiny little TV or a screen out there, that we could watch TV in and everything, and then set up the fire pit that we had, the little tiny fire pit we had. And then this was the hard part that was very then I felt very broke and embarrassed. But late now going back on it, and Sam will probably say she really thought it was funny, and also she loved the effort. But we didn't have a table, we didn't have a dining room table. I couldn't do anything, so I ended up stacking, I think, a couple coffee tables and like a cooler and anything just to make like a surface,
a flat surface.
Yeah, like this. And then I took a sheet. No, it wasn't even a sheet. I went to the dollar store and grabbed a table cloth.
No, you didn't.
Yeah,
you should have just used a sheet.
I should have just used a sheet. Now that I think about it, but I did. But it was one of those like plastic little cheap ass tablecloths that the wind just like, over and everything. So I ended up weighting it down. But yeah, we had a candlelight dinner. So with the wine glasses and everything in our balcony with the tent.
Okay. I understand the tablecloth now. If you were thinking about the candlelight dinner.
So I had the plate, and I cooked the dinner that day, and we had the wine glasses and everything was cold by the time we brought it upstairs. And all of the, so all of this was me being embarrassed, but just the effort.
Yeah. I mean, even if you're surprised or your date doesn't go as planned, like I promise you, your partner still saw the effort and they still appreciate that. And if anything, like you said with Jazzy, it's a panty dropper, just effort in general.
Yeah. She literally, that's what taught me. Because she had all these other guys who provided whatever,
everything.
Because Jazzy's one of those girls that everyone loves, like all the guys love. So on Valentine's Day, which is funny because it doubles for her birthday. So if a guy is smart, he tends to rope it in, right? Ish. But
honestly, I would think if he was smart, he would do separate.
But what I mean is if he's smart, he knows her birthday.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
So
okay.
If he's smart, he knows her birthday. So he'll go bigger. But yeah, no. If you're really smart, guys, don't roll in holidays with someone's birthday. Get them something separate.
It's
Make them feel special.
I mean, that you have the December birthday.
I have the December birthday. But yeah, she would have these suitors who would just, dozens of roses. Jazzy usually on Valentine's Day has like 2 or 3 different bouquets on her desk that have been delivered.
That's amazing. Good for her.
Candy, and there's some guys who will actually
hand deliver the roses
themselves.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Don't know how she does at work. But ironically, she would see these suitors and she would go for the guy who was broke. Yeah. But just showed that he would effort. He would show effort, right? He would do cute things.
So would you say that Valentine's Day was your most memorable with Sam?
That was the most memorable for me, feeling embarrassed.
Okay. What would you consider like the most memorable, just like for good Valentine's Day, like your best Valentine's Day you've had with your fiance?
Was it Valentine's Day that I got her? I want to say we went out for dinner we went on a flight. I want to say that was one of the most memorable. Damn, I might have to look up the Valentine's Day. I might be getting Valentine's Day and anniversaries crossed. Oof. But one of them was a helicopter flight that I did. We did dinner. It's actually a pretty good deal here in DFW, guys.
I've heard about that. Yeah. Our last manager from the last job was telling me about that.
Oh yeah, no, I loved it. Did it. Because you spend $200, but with that $200 you get
like a 4-course
30-minute flight. 4 course for 2.
Yes, for 2.
Meal, dessert, salad, everything. Yeah, so it's
interesting. I remember learning about that in summer, and the fact that you just now brought it up, I'm like, has it really been since summer since I've been planning to do that? and have yet to do that. So,
Okay.
All right. So noted.
Noted. Income in your pocket first.
Yes. We're working on it. We're working on it.
But yeah, no, little efforts. You don't need to be, and that's one thing that I used to tell men all the time, because I've had a lot of male roommates, is you don't need to be rich in order to impress
a girl.
No,
you don't. Not at all. That's probably going to be our best advice of the show today, is to just it's the little things, y'all. It's the effort. It's the thought that counts, really.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess that kind of ties into our tips that we're going to be giving you guys. So if it is your first Valentine's Day, or you're in college and you don't really know what to do, or this is the first time you're dating a woman, or maybe you've been dating a woman for a long time, you just need a little bit of advice.
Yeah.
These are our tips if you're going to be doing Valentine's Day in the lesbian world. So tip number 1 kind of ties into what we were just talking about: effort. Number 1, effort.
Effort, for sure.
You don't need money. Like, you just need effort. I promise you, one thing that I've learned is a woman, or typically us women, we don't really care how much. The reason we care something costs much is because we know you had to work a lot to get that, right?
Right.
But it doesn't have to cost much. It could literally just be time. You could get a girl.
I was going to say that would probably be tip number 2. Would be time.
Yeah.
Just putting
in time.
Like, even if you can't be with him in person, like just a simple phone call. Mm-hmm. Nowadays we have FaceTime. Like, everyone FaceTimes. I can't remember the last time like someone's like. I prefer to call personally, because I'd be looking a hot mess a lot of the time, so I don't FaceTime people. My sisters be FaceTiming me instead of calling me, so that's just a simple call, like, or text, even if you can't even, like, if you're busy at work, I don't know, just something to show them that you're thinking about them. Just be like, hey, I saw this, like, I saw this and I thought of you, like, with Jazz, like, what's a simple thing that lets your partner know that you care, and that even though you are busy with your life, that you're still on their brain.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing, is your partner really wants to know that you're thinking about her, that that you're special to her, that you want her to feel special. And none of that needs money, none of that needs anything flashy. It can literally just be you spending a little bit of extra time. Yeah. My the mix CD. For you young kids, a CD sounds very outdated. I understand. A
little bit, yeah.
Hey, most cars still have a CD player, so it works out, especially when we're camping. You know that because you've listened to them 100 times.
That's true. That's true. Like, I feel like I've heard this song forever.
Yeah. We usually play my Valentine's Day CDs because that's what's in the car, and if we need the phone for GPS, or maybe our phones are dead or something, this is the only thing that needs power. But the CD doesn't cost me money at all. Not a little bit. It costs me a shit ton of time, which does cost me money in the long run sometimes. But it costs me a lot of time where I sit down, I have to turn all of these songs into MP3, and then I have to burn it on a CD, and then I have to listen to it in order to make sure it sounds okay, and it doesn't have some WGB 77.3 here at the end of it or something like that. So
that's good.
It takes time on my part, but it doesn't cost me a cent. Well, it used to cost me the CDs, but you just get one pack of CDs for like $10, and then it lasts you for like 12 years. So, I mean,
yeah.
So yeah, no, it doesn't cost me anything, but it does cost me some time, and she likes it. Now, it's not a big gift. It's not nothing that, she's going and telling her friends about.
Right. But it's something that's meaningful to her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Exactly. And you can do that with a Spotify playlist. You can do that. You can specifically try to find out her favorite movie. Ooh, one that I watched on TV was this girl went out and she bought all of her love interest's favorite food, and then just stayed at home. And it was weird food too. Like, they got a jar of pickles, and then it was like these sushi. And then it was just a corn dog from the state fair. Like
nothing that would ever...
Nothing that matches. Right. But it was still all her favorite food.
Right. And then that just shows like, hey, I've been paying attention to you. Yeah. Even though none of these things correspond. We've never eaten any of these in the same meal. I know that you like all of these things.
Exactly.
That's nice.
Yeah. But I mean, also tip 3, if you do want to go down the money route, maybe you don't have that much time. Maybe you are a little bit, well off in that fact, as far as spending
kudos,
a little kudos as goals. Don't think too much on also the flashy. It's more the sentiment. So I feel like a diamond necklace does show something, but maybe I think, well, let me rephrase. I think the diamond necklace shows something because diamonds, in my opinion, are overpriced, but that's what people like about them. Like, it's the fact that
you spend a lot of money for them.
It's stupid money that it's
it's
stupid.
pretty much taking this money that you had and wearing it around your
there
neck.
you go.
You're just flashing off the money that you had.
Exactly. So I mean, but it's more, and I think that's kind of the point of it. It's you're giving me something that you worked really hard to figure out how to pay for, even though, just tips, guys, once you buy the diamond ring and you take it out of the store, it loses 50% of its value. So even though
because it's not new anymore. That's amazing. Wow.
Or you put it on a piece of jewelry and usually it's custom to that person, right? So as soon as you get anything custom, it might be sentimental, but it lost all of its value. You can't resell it. But I think that's the point. I think the point of it is, to spend the money
and to know that you're not going to get the money back. In a sense. Yeah.
So
I mean, for me personally, I'm not too materialistic, so I will take even the handwritten letter.
Yes. Like an effort.
Yeah, like I mentioned in a previous episode that Issa wrote me a handwritten letter, and I cry every time I read it.
Exactly.
Every time.
And it didn't cost her any money to do that. She just literally
it cost her time. Yeah, it cost her time and an effort to think back on reasons why.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, very much so. So I mean,
but no, I'm a little envious of the people out there who have the money, because I would love, if I had money, I would love to just buy her everything that she wants.
True. Okay.
So that's the other side of it.
So this is the tips also for the money tip. Don't start off high. I've made this mistake plenty of times before.
Yes.
Where you don't wanna break the bank on the first year ever. I understand you really love her this year. This is your honeymoon stage, and this is where you really, really, really want to show her that you love, you want to give her the world, right?
Yeah.
Right? Don't give her the world. Restrain yourself.
A country here and there.
Because what's going to happen is that every year you're going to want to do a little bit better, right? You're going to want to outdo yourself. And if you don't outdo, two things are either you're going to want to or they're going to want you to, right? Or they're going to notice. So either you're going to want to outdo yourself, and then you're going to hit a time where you got too big.
Yeah.
Right?
Can't go any bigger.
Yeah. I've made that mistake with my first girlfriend, actually.
Oof.
I think our second Valentine's Day is where I popped a question, right? And I got a ring, and it was way over my budget, which was really cheap now that I think about Sam's rings. But I couldn't beat myself after that. So,
that was it.
Unfortunately,
that was tops.
Everything after that looked like I wasn't giving as much effort, or I wasn't able to perform as much, which was kind of true because I was really broke at the end of our relationship. So a little word of advice: start off small, especially this right now, first year, 2 year, 3 year. Make it time, make it effort.
Yeah, for sure. And then put in more afterwards. Yeah.
Yeah. So no diamond rings on the first year, guys.
Or even two. But I learned, this is probably just a personal tip from me that I've learned, but don't, make your relationship official on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
I had a friends in high school who made their relationship official on Valentine's Day. So when that relationship didn't work out for the next 2 years on Valentine's Day, these people were so depressed.
Damn.
Because it was their relationship, and they would even be with somebody else. Yeah. It was their anniversary, and it was Valentine's Day, and they could be with somebody else, but they were still thinking back on how that person became their person on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, I agree. No, I don't think any special dates should be on holidays. Valentine's Day, your anniversary. Your anniversary doesn't have to be on Valentine's Day. Same thing with Christmas. Same thing with, the people who get married at New Year's. I'm like,
why? There's already so much going on. Why do you want to put something else on that?
I'm sitting there. So that means if anything happens to, and it doesn't even have to be divorce. Let's say your partner just ends up, passing away, and God forbid. But still, if that happens, that holiday will no longer have any good meaning to it ever.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
no matter what, you will never be able to create new memories.
No, you're always depressed.
Yeah. So I saw that firsthand, guys, and I strongly advise against making anything official on Valentine's Day.
Agreed. So yeah, I think that's some good advice. I would say effort, time. Again, you don't need money. This is my biggest thing, guys. You don't need money. Women, we like sentimental. We like We like
the mushy gushy stuff.
Yeah,
for
we
sure.
like the cheesy shit.
Yeah.
We like if you're a poet, hey, write a poem.
He used to call me out all the time. I'll say something, she'd be like, "That's cheesy," and I'm like, "But you liked it, right?" She's like, "Yeah."
Aw,
yeah,
see,
it's like we like they like the cheesy stuff. I promise, we like the cheesy stuff. We just want to always tell you, but we like the cheesy stuff.
True, it's very true. Yeah. Be custom. I mean, all of these things can be done with your hands, with what's in your brain. And just be creative. You know your significant other. You know what they would like. Time, effort, and if you have money, go ahead, flash it. Don't go extreme. Baby steps. Work your way up.
Yes.
Step ladders. Right? You want to climb yourself up, but you want to start at the bottom.
And then last, but keep Valentine's Day.
Hey,
that's it. It's just Valentine's Day,
and it'll be good later in the year. I mean, you get more chance instead of rolling it all into one.
Right, you get more chance to celebrate your partner.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I like it. Cool. All right, so those are tips for if you decide to do Valentine's Day in the lesbian world. Then I guess we need to give some tips for those of you who this is Singles Awareness Day.
Yeah. It's all right. Yeah. Like I've expressed, I've been there.
Yep, me too.
Just what you do is you go and get all the things. My advice would be go and get what you would want someone to give to you.
Yeah.
And then be your own Valentine.
I like that. No, I agree. I agree. Definitely.
Like, so if you wanted someone to buy you boxes of chocolate, you go to the Walmart down the street and you buy every single box of chocolate off that shelf. That's what I did. I'm kidding. Buy one or two max. Don't buy any more than that.
I mean, we don't want any diabetes shocks, guys. But I agree. No, treat yourself. Valentine's Day is supposed to be about love. It doesn't have to be love of a partner. So one thing that I used to do when I was single, and my friends can attest to it, is all the femmes, even especially the straight ones, they used to get a little carnation. I used to go to the store. I'd get a $10 dozen batch of the carnations, and then I would, again, time and effort.
Right.
I would go to my friends' houses, like Jazzy, like a couple of other of our mutual friends, and I would just put the carnation on their card, and then a little note that said, in case you didn't get anything or something like that. It wasn't like in case you didn't get anything, but it was something cuter. It was like, this is from your friend. Yeah. So just know that you're loved too. Right. So these are things that you could do. If you're like me and you like the thought of spoiling a girl on Valentine's Day, remember you have more females in your life. You have your mother, you have your sisters. If you have sisters, you have your cousins, you have your friends.
Tip number 2, it doesn't have to be a relationship to be your Valentine.
Very true. Very true. So I mean, guys, today's about love. So love yourself,
love your friends, love your parents, love your sisters, love your brothers.
Yeah, that's true.
And then love your significant other too if you have one. So,
so that pretty much. I guess. Well, should we give them one more since we did 4 for someone, and then
I think we're a little biased because we're both in relationships right now.
So no, treat yourself. Definitely go to a
treat
spa.
Yourself. You have other Valentines other than just significant others.
And then if you want to, this could be also the time, guys, where you're not the only one right now who is aware of how single they are. So Valentine's Day technically is also a really good day to find someone.
Hell yeah.
It is.
Hell yeah.
There's plenty of, and I know we have it down here. Sue Ellen's does it. The gay bar does it. But there's plenty of clubs that do what's called a spotlight dance or spotlight get together. Okay. Have you ever heard of that? Okay, so think of a typical spotlight: green, yellow, red. So if someone's wearing I believe it's a red wristband, you're taken. So everyone
I've heard about this. Yellow, I don't know what yellow is, but green is you're looking.
Yeah, you're looking for someone. Or I think yellow is like you're single, but you're not really interested. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. I'm not sure, guys. Correct me if you need to. But there's plenty of...
I've heard of this in movies. Yeah. I've seen it in movies before.
So there's plenty of social avenues for you to go to. There's spotlight dances. I know Hooters way back when used to have a night where it's their singles awareness. Did you see it where you bring a picture? If you bring a picture, I don't know if they do this.
Of your ex.
You get to shred it, right? and you get like 5 free wings or something like that.
I remember saying that if you brought a picture of your ex, you could shred it and get 5 free wings.
Yes, guys, yes.
What a promotion, man. Whenever we have a bar, we're gonna have a Valentine's Day promotion.
Singles Awareness Day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for sure. We can have like a little menu that has, Valentine's Day drinks for the people who are actually going out and celebrating.
We'll put pictures of people's exes on the dartboard and
gold.
That's it. Yeah,
done.
That's it.
Easy.
We'll do like $3 pitchers of beer.
Love
for
it.
Every picture of your ex.
Love it. Yeah, guys.
So, I mean, so even
investors.
Being single, yes, we have ideas. But
yeah.
even being single on Valentine's Day can be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So you don't have to sit at home and just be sad about not being in a relationship. There are plenty of things to do, because I promise you're not the only one out there.
Damn right.
Who is feeling really single on this day.
Damn right. So might as well go out and find that other person.
That's feeling just as single as you. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, and you'll have a blast. Have a good time.
Yeah, and if it doesn't work out, fuck it.
That's it. You weren't in a relationship before, so what do you have to lose? What do you have to lose?
Yes. Right. So it's about the end of our episode, I would say.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and get those coming out stories, guys, every day or every episode. We try to give you some. Unfortunately, we don't have any submissions this time, so we did find an article that I really liked from Buzzfeed. We'll link that down in the description where we got it. But yeah, they basically show some short coming out stories. So these are submissions in Buzzfeed. This BuzzFeed article. So this first submission is from LGBT queer guy.
Ooh, good name.
Yeah. So it goes, I was struggling because I couldn't really accept who I am. We were just chilling one day when I told her that I had something to say. And I told her that I was gay. I'm assuming he's talking about his mother. She hugged me and didn't make a big deal about it. A few days later, she called me over. And when I arrived at her place, she'd baked a rainbow cake for me. A few people were over. Turned out that she had a few gay friends varying from twink to drag to casual to bare gay. And she wanted me to meet them. We hung out for a few hours and I realized that there isn't a normal gay. I had a better time accepting who I am. It's still a struggle in today's society, but that moment helped me so much, and I will forever in my heart thank her for that. Oh wow, moms who are accepting. I love it.
I realized that there isn't a normal gay.
I love it. Yeah, it's not.
Wow,
that's great. No,
that's a good story.
In one of our Facebook groups, obviously, you have all those Facebook groups that you're a part of. Someone, like, there was a mom who was like, hey, I just had this foster kid who I'm pretty sure is struggling with being gay. He doesn't know anything. And so she reached out to see if there were any drag queens, right? Because apparently she had caught him dressing up
as
a female. And so she had a couple drag queens come over, do his makeup, get him in a dress.
Oh my gosh! Yes, I'm gonna cry just when you tell me the story. That's amazing. That's so good. Moms. That is so
if you're a
good.
Supportive mom out there, you're doing some work. You're doing some great work.
Everything right.
Man, all right. So yeah, next.
Oh, so this one is called I Came Out at Work This Year. And it is by Valerie_D. Since I work at a middle school that included my students, the morning my announcement, my hands were shaking and I walked into the classroom. I took a deep breath and explained to a room of 5th, 6th, and 7th graders, geez, how I had been born Kevin, but would now be Valerie. After my talk, the kids were given the opportunity to write down any questions or comments for me. By the end of the day, I had a stack of excellent questions and some of the sweetest comments ever. One student even told me we were BFFs. From that day until the end of the year, the kids were amazing about my transition. They put a concerted effort into getting my pronouns right, to say Miss instead of Mr., and it was the start of my social transition. I'll never forget how helpful they were.
Wow. First off,
middle schoolers.
The fact that you came out to middle schoolers. That made me scared for you.
Yeah.
Wow.
Middle schoolers.
Oh, I don't know what I would do. Oh, you're brave, babe.
Yeah.
Good job. Man.
That is amazing.
But no, the fact that they reacted so well, and it's such a new day.
Yeah.
Crazy. I love it. Yeah.
And I noticed that high school is, a little bit more open for me, but I mean, 5th, 6th, and 7th grade.
You're mean. You're
so
a mean
rude.
person.
So rude.
Yeah.
Yes. You're still trying to figure out the social construct of everything and where you sit here and there. So you're not nice.
Yeah.
You are not nice.
No, I had some of my most traumatic nerd moments from 5th, 6th, and 7th grade.
Yeah. I went from the most popular girl in school in 5th grade to the least popular in 6th grade because of mean girls.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Just be mean. Bitches, school, kids. Oh, yeah, again. The fact that you can't, middle schoolers, and those are the ones I'm most terrified of the most. Even now, as a 30-year-old, if there was middle schoolers, nearby in a group, I'd probably go the other way.
It's funny because I would do the same.
They're mean.
I don't need to. I don't need to, but good for you. That is awesome.
All right, so this next one is I came out through the medium of badges in true gay form. And this is from a person called Rip Tanic or R.I.P. Titanic.
Yeah.
That's what it meant. Yeah, R.I.P. Titanic. Which, if you need a sappy movie on Valentine's Day, guys, it's Titanic. Yeah, it's depressing too, but it's very
that
much
love story in the beginning.
Romantic.
If you need to, just shut it off once the ship starts sinking. You don't need to see all that. It's not.
Yeah, the handprint.
It's good. It's good.
Yeah, that was porn for us when we were 90s kids. All right, anyway. So it starts off, I ordered a handful of badges. Most of them just feminist slogans like I'd done before, but this time I ordered an extra one. It was a badge that had a little line of tents in pride color and a slogan. And the slogan said, I'm camper than a row of tents.
Interesting.
I'm camper than a row of tents. Well, I like it anyway.
Yeah.
When they were delivered, I took them to my mom. Oh, you're from Europe.
Yeah.
I took them to my mom to show her, keeping the pride one until the end. Once I got to that one, I held it up and waited for her to read and process it. When she did, she looked at me and said, Are you trying to tell me something? I just nodded, and she pulled me into this really tight hug and said she loved me and supported me no matter what. That was 2 years ago, and this year she and my dad told me that if Pride had gone ahead, they would have come to give free parental hugs to anyone whose parents don't accept them for who they are. That's so great. That's so great. Oh, I do. Again, I love parents. I love supportive parents. Doing this wedding, one thing that I've noticed is we do the Rainbow Wedding Expo, which when the time comes, we'll have to get you to go to. But apparently there was way back when an actual business where if your parents didn't want to support you and come to your wedding, there was this service to where you could have a mother or a father come to your wedding and be that stand-in parent.
Wow.
To support you and to do all the walking you down the aisle and the first dance. So, and the fact that we need that is crazy to me.
Yeah, it's so sad, but
so sad. But for those people who are providing those services and
that's
giving
amazing.
the hugs,
I
love you.
Amazing.
You saw a need and you did
that
it.
was
Thank
one
you.
of my favorite things for the first Pride I went to was the parents with the free hugs.
Yes.
Like I'm a parent. Loves.
I support you. No matter who you want to. Who
you want to love. Yeah. That's beautiful.
Oh man! All right.
We'll have to look up what the UK. I'm assuming they're from the UK with the mum. What their saying meant.
The can't. What was it?
I'm camper than a row of tents. We'll have to Google that.
Yeah, I'm not sure. No idea. Okay. All right. So back to you.
All right. So I came out to my mental health counselor in 2016. I don't know why that was a tongue twister. I showed them the trailer to Love, Simon because sometimes during my sessions, I would show them videos and photos of things I liked or could relate to. After showing them the video, they asked if I identified with the letter in the LGBTQ acronym. I replied with I identified with B, bisexual. While it was a bit of a surprise for me to come out that way, I'm glad the first person I came out to was supportive of me.
Oh.
And that was by Lightheart16. So
I like it.
Their counselor was the first person that they had the courage to come out to.
Love, Simon. Have you seen that movie?
Oh, have you not?
No. Uh-oh. Is it new? I might be watching.
Denise.
I don't watch TV.
It is not new.
Oh, when was it?
Denise.
I'm sorry.
I'm pretty sure it was
Simon.
in theaters. Like in like, had I been like 2019, 18, 19? It was pre-COVID.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Still kind of.
We'll have a movie night. Don't worry, Denise. I got you.
We need to have a movie night.
We'll have a movie
need
night.
milk. Okay.
We'll
You go.
have
I go. You go. I go. Let's do this.
I watched The L Word. Okay,
You're
you can
right,
watch
you're
Love
right.
Simon.
No, I will watch Love Simon. I guess I just don't
It's
know
so
that movie.
it's so cute. It's about a gay high school boy who's who's like just coming out of the closet and just trying to figure himself out.
It was in theaters.
I could be wrong, but I believe it was in theaters. Because then they did a spin-off. Hulu did a TV series spin-off on it called Love, Victor.
I didn't know that. Yeah, no, that's awesome.
Yeah,
guys.
he creates he starts messaging someone and he just loves Simon.
That's awesome. Okay, yeah, I'll have to watch it, guys. Eventually, yeah. We're gonna have to like do maybe some of these episodes should be us watching a movie beforehand, like together, and then, like having notes and then going back and
talking about that movie.
About it.
Love it. Yeah, just different gay movies, man.
I'm down. Okay, all right. So this is my third one. Yeah, my third one. We'll do one more each. All right. So this one's titled, I came out to my mom over the phone because of social distancing, and I didn't know how long it would be until I saw her again. Oh
wow.
I like your bracelets, girl.
Yes.
That's nice. All right. This one is by Faith L-A-A. Faith L-A-A. All right. So it starts. I didn't have the best experience coming out to my dad and stepmom, so I was having a lot of anxiety about it. I came out to my mom as pansexual, and she was actually really supportive. She told me that I was beautiful, smart, amazing young woman, and my sexuality doesn't change that at all. She said it didn't change how she viewed me as a person. I almost cried because of how happy I was, and she said she wished she could give me a hug. I was so happy, and I'd never felt more supported. She said that if I didn't end up with a man and I didn't feel comfortable or wanted with my
dad and stepmom.
Okay, yeah.
Like she doesn't feel wanted.
Got it. She said that if I didn't end up with a man and I didn't feel comfortable or wanted with my dad and stepmom, I could spend Christmas and Thanksgiving. I'm assuming, with her mom. Right. I love my mom so much, and I am so grateful for her. Girl, Faith LAA, you got a good mom right there. Yeah. I will say that's a dime a dozen, someone who's actually going to be there for you and actually give you a second alternative to living with her. Right. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Right,
that's amazing. I love hearing these warm,
parents,
heartfelt stories.
Yes. Because again, being from the South, guys, we're a little jaded. It's very common for us to come out and it not be okay.
Right. So, yeah. Right. So just hearing these people are so nervous to come out and then there's a happy ending right afterwards.
I love it.
It's so amazing to hear.
All right.
So this one, my last one, or our last coming out story for the day. I came out when I was 14, but it was a bit of surprise to me as well. All right. Whenever you're ready to scroll.
I'm in charge of that, guys. Okay.
Capes?
Aurora. That's from Colorado. So they're from Colorado.
Aurora Capes. Interesting. Aurora. English is not my forte.
Reading is not my forte.
All right. So I had finally accepted myself and wanted to tell my mom, but I was nervous, though I knew she would accept me. I've heard a lot of stories like that. Mm-hmm. I was taking a Buzzfeed quiz, same, to reveal my celebrity wife.
Love it, yes.
And I yelled to my sister excitingly that I got Kristen Stewart. Woo! Because who wouldn't be excited, right?
True.
Especially you in your closet. I know you were excited to get that result.
Kristen Stewart, I'd do some. Okay.
Ooh, anyways. And my mom turned and asked me if I was gay. I hadn't expected this at all, so I stuttered, I like both. And she just smiled. I always tell my friends this story because it was so unexpected and kind of my perfect way to come out.
Hey, get you some
That's
Aurora
so
Caves.
good.
Okay, I like it. These are all good stories, guys.
Yeah.
So obviously, you know, it's possible. It's possible for you to come out and
everything be fine.
Yeah,
like there's
positive.
no hiccups whatsoever.
No. So that was a good.
That was
thing.
cute. That was really cute.
Go BuzzFeed. We'll have to read the other ones if we don't get some submissions. But speaking of, guys, go ahead, send us your stories.
Please.
How did you come out? We want to know. Were you in a car? Did you use a playlist? Were you
Did you write a note and pass it off? Could you say the words even? Like, let us know. We want to know.
Yeah. So with that being said, guys, I hope y'all had, because this will be after you had your Valentine's Day. So I hope you had a very good Valentine's Day, whether it was with your significant other or it was treating yourself. You be your own Valentine.
For sure. Be your own Valentine if you need to. I promise there's no better you than you are. So.
Oh yeah. So with that being said, guys, I'm Denise.
And I'm Lindsay. And we're Born This Gay. We'll see y'all next week.